What's up, folks? Now today I need to get something off my mind. Now, the mental training field, whether you call it brain performance, mental health, mental conditioning, mental coaching, it's taken off. Kind of like fitness did in the 80s. Remember Richard Simmons or Olivia Newton-John, let's get physical, excuse my singing. But I think it's taken off and there's a lot of good I'm seeing. But with good comes the bad. And not even just bad. These are things I'm going to be critical of to the industry. And this is not from an expert opinion. It's more so just what I see. Now, let's talk about one today, simplification. Now, I feel that simplification can go many different ways because I'm big on simplifying things. You know the old adage, kiss, keep it simple, stupid? Or like my favorite fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Kronk, would say, keep it simple, silly. You have to do things in a way that people can understand them. You don't want to overwhelm them with information, but sometimes I feel in this industry especially, people go too far with it. So let's go over a few different things that I feel can be done about this and just address them and put them out in the air, put it up in the open so we know what we're talking about. Because like I said, I need to get this off my mind. Now, simple doesn't mean basic, and basic doesn't mean bad. But when you think about how people explain things, what's going to get their attention more? Now, I get you don't want to overwhelm people with jargon, and I think laymen sometimes can be lazy. Like, I don't want to just come out and say prefrontal cortex or brain hemispheres. That might overwhelm some people, but at the same time, you got to get them to the point they understand that. You're a teacher. You're the expert. It's your job to make it make sense. And I think we do a disservice when we take that away from the client or the population, whether it's someone you work with directly or it's on your social media and you're making posts. Because if we hold that back, they're only going to get as much as we show. That's the same thing with this mental training because there's so much pseudo and pop psychology out there where people will see these personality tests like what color are you, got things like the Myers-Briggs that gets misused, and they think they know. So when we simplify things, guess what? You take your power of being an expert away. Because now they think you're on the same level as you. And this is a free marketing advice. If the client doesn't think they need you, guess what? Your services are irrelevant. So that's another reason we don't want to simplify, because you want to make that almighty Quan. Shouts out to Cuba Gooding Jr., aka Rod Tidwell. Show me the money, Jerry Maguire. Now I'm ranting now, but let's get back to the topic at hand. Like I said, you don't want to make it to the point they don't need you. Now this is why I say layman's is lazy. Now, you don't want to just say day one, prefrontal cortex or neurons. They might say that as what exactly is going on. But you need to work your way up to saying what those are. Because if they understand what a neuron is and how it fires. Now, me personally, all my clients that I work with will hear these terms at some point. It may not be day 1, day 10, day 50, but they will learn the concepts. Because once they learn those concepts, what we do makes a lot more sense. Whether it's doing self-talk drills, that has a lot of relevance. Or if it's doing the more cognitive side like reaction time, decision making, they're understanding the root cause why they're able to perform more efficiently under pressure versus just me telling them. Now, if you cripple the clientele or the population by just giving them what you think is okay for them, it's the same thing as an overprotective mother. The mother doesn't allow the kid to learn what he needs to learn because she wants to protect them, and it's good intention. And most people in the mental field have good intentions because they don't want to overwhelm their clients. But the problem with this is it could backfire because they don't know enough. So imagine if that same kid has been told his whole life, don't do this, you can't do that, and she doesn't show the full extent of what the world is, he's going to be in a rude awakening when he gets out there for real. Same thing with the clientele you work with or the populations you attend to, because now you're only telling them but so much so they understand it at the most lowest level possible. So then when they go out to others and reiterate what you've taught them, one, they're not going to give the right information because you only watered it down and babied them. And two, they're going to make you seem like you don't know what you're talking about. And like I said before, you're the expert. You want to keep that. No matter what, you want to be the go-to person. Now, you take that away, it just ruins the whole thing from your side as well as the client. You want to give them the best opportunity to succeed. Like my clients, they learn all this stuff. They know what a neuron is. They know about the frontal lobe. Now, this is not to say they're expert on it and can go teach it in a lecture in a college. No. But they get it to an understanding at their level. Because like I said, there's a difference between simple and basic. They can get the basic information or they can get the whole information simplified in a way so they can get it. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, how do I keep myself from doing this? And that's a good question. It comes with some scrutiny from within because you have to ask, am I giving my client every potential to learn this stuff? Like I said, you don't have to overwhelm them. Of course not. Give it to them in parts so they can digest it, but it's just that. You have to allow them to be able to digest it. Isn't that the whole point of this mental training field anyway? So our clients can perform optimally, consistently at the best possible level. They can't do this if we don't give them the challenge. Just like you would tell them in your sessions or on your social media, they have to overcome struggle, obstacles, fail, learn, regroup. Why wouldn't you do that with the information you give them? So don't hold their hands. Let them see the world. Don't be that overprotective mother, and get your mind right.